All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to You Need to Stretch. I'm Skylar, and today, make sure you check the video description because we're going to be focusing on self-massage and dynamic and static stretching to help you recover or just cool down after a really intense workout. So we're going to start with some sort of a ball. I have a lacrosse ball. You can use a tennis ball, a squash ball, whatever kind of ball you have going laying around. And we're going to start with the feet. You're going to step the left foot right on the ball, and you're just going to roll around in your foot and just pay attention to anything that you might feel. Self-massage is a great way to connect the mind with the body because it makes you pay attention to any trigger points or tightness or sore spots that you might not already notice if you're sort of just going through everyday life distracted by all of the external factors that come your way. So I want you to take a few deep breaths as you're doing this. Make sure you're staying in a relaxed state. So the other part of self-massage is you're not going to find much benefit if you're finding a really tight area and you're really holding on tensely and you're not breathing. You want to try to get your body into a relaxed state while you're doing this. So you are completely in control of the amount of tension that you're putting into that muscle. Let's go ahead and switch feet. We're going to do the same thing on the other foot. And I want you to try to think about how much pressure you can put into those certain areas. Now, if everything's feeling pretty good, then you're still going to get benefit by increasing blood flow and lymphatic drainage to this area just to help keep your tissue nice and supple and healthy. But if maybe you're recovering from a soft tissue injury or you did have an intense workout, you might be feeling a little bit sore, then this is going to help you recover much quicker than if you were just sitting around doing nothing to that tissue all day. So remember, you are in control. Let gravity help you out here by putting as much of your body weight into the ground as possible. If that's feeling good, then the next muscle group that we're going to focus on is your glutes group. So you can start by placing the ball right underneath your hips. And if you're sore, you're really going to dig your heels into the ground and your hands and use your core to help control your body weight. Now, very slowly, let your body start to relax down into the ground. Imagine your glute muscle melting over that ball. So you might just stay in one relaxed state. You might be able to come down to your elbows so that you can become even more relaxed. Maybe straighten out that leg or even come to lay back down on the ground. So this is the full relaxed state where you can straighten out your leg and keep your body flat on the ground, because you'll notice you can relax your head, neck, and shoulders, and then you can start to rock your hips side to side, maybe up and down as the ball moves around that muscle. Keep your mind focused on the sensations that you're feeling. Keep that mind focused on the connection between the soft tissue and the ball and what type of trigger spots you might be feeling. Maybe a little bit of soreness or tightness. Sort of roll onto the side of your hip there and see if you feel a trigger spot, then just stop, press directly into it, and then you can add some small motions by bending your knee up into your chest and then straightening it back out. Notice how the muscle moves around the ball as you do this. Again, you can sort of move into a different spot and then same thing, straighten your leg and then bend it back into your chest, just slow and controlled. In yesterday's balance class, we focused a lot on the single leg balance. So if you took that class, you might be feeling a little bit sore, especially in your glute med and your rotators, because they were working hard for extended periods of time to keep yourself balanced. So we're going to focus on that tissue here. Make sure you're breathing. And if you ever do this on your own, even if you're short on time, just 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds per muscle group can be really, really beneficial. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Okay, so you can do the same thing on this side, just because this side might feel a little bit different. So make sure you use your hands and your feet to control your body weight down. As you start to slowly roll around, you might notice different tight areas, tight and sore spots. And maybe you can come down to your elbows and just slowly rolling around the ball here, letting that tissue open up and loosen up around the ball. If you're someone who doesn't take time to do any self-massage throughout the week, then this is a great video to save for later so that this will guide you through the movements, since you know it's something that you won't be doing on your own. So let's try to straighten out that leg. Maybe you can come back down onto the ground, lay flat on your back. And again, you can rock side to side along that glute muscle. And up and down. And if you feel a trigger point or a trigger spot that is really talking to you, then you can try to stay there, press down into it, and then slowly bring your knee up to your chest and back down. You want to be mindful of the sensations that you're feeling, because if you feel anything shooting down your leg, any sharp pains or numbness, then you want to stay off of that area, because you don't want to be compressing your nerves here. You want to be loosening the tension in the soft tissue, but not doing any damage. So that's another reason why the mind-body connection is so important, especially when we're doing self-massage. So hopefully this will help set the tone for your regeneration session today. That'll feel nice and relaxed and focused on the body. Try not to let your mind get distracted by anything else going on around you. Deep breathing. Again, just paying attention, taking any movement. You don't have to be doing exactly what I'm doing, because you might be feeling something different. So I want you to let your body guide you. Pay attention, listen to what your body needs. If that's feeling good, then you can slowly come off of that ball. You can toss that ball to the side. We're done with that for now. Then we're going to lay flat on your back with your feet on the ground. And we're going to start with some dynamic movements, and then we'll move and finish with static stretches. So first, you're going to press your heels into the ground and squeeze your glutes up into a glute bridge. Feel the contraction of your glutes and your hamstrings, especially after loosening up those glutes. And then very slowly lower back down. Each time you lift up, the more you squeeze your glutes, the more you might feel an opening in the front of your body. And then slowly lower back down, especially if you are working from home or from an office and you're on the computer a lot or in a sedentary position a lot. These hip flexors might get really tight. So this movement here, this glute bridge, might be slowly starting to loosen up those hip flexors. So we'll try that one more time. Enjoy that stretch up. And then once you get down, press your back into the ground, squeeze your core, hug your knees into your chest, and see if you can round your forehead all the way up to your knees to feel a stretch down your neck. And then take a deep breath in and stretch your body out long, arms overhead, legs reaching out nice and long. And then we'll pull the belly button in, and on your exhale, sit all the way up and see if you can reach for your toes. We're going to try that 4 more times on your own breath. Inhale as you unwind and reach your arms overhead. Exhale as you sit all the way up and reach for your toes. Inhale to slowly unwind. And exhale to sit all the way up, reaching for your toes. Inhale all the way back down. Exhale to sit back up. Stretch the hamstrings. We're not holding it for too long, so we're turning this into a dynamic stretch. Exhale up. And if you're counting your own reps, you can stop when you get to 5. We'll just do this last one. All the way up and reach for your toes. Great, let's go ahead and flip over to all fours. Hands on the ground, knees underneath the hips. We're going to slowly move through cat-cow, starting with your tailbone, letting your head be the last to move. So let's come all the way down into cat. Your back is arching down towards the ground. Your chest is forward, looking up, shoulders back. Let your head be the last to move. Start with your tailbone and try to keep your mind focused on your spine, like you're controlling one joint between each vertebra at a time. It takes a lot of focus and control. So you're going to end in a full cat position, tucking your chin and your tailbone, and then keep your chin tucked. See if you can slowly move back into cow by starting with your tailbone. And again, trying to control your spine like it's moving through a wave, one at a time. Pull your shoulders back and let your head be the last to come up. We're going to try that again. Start with the tailbone, starting to tuck under, manipulating your spine. Notice how your belly button pulls up, slowly controlling each movement until you get into your full cat, and then keep the chin tucked as you start to roll through the spine all the way into cow. Take your time here all the way through. And then once you get to cow, we're going to walk the hands forward and a little bit wider. So if you're on a yoga mat, about the width of the mat, maybe a little bit wider. And then let the hips drop forward and let your chest come all the way down to the ground. Now we're going to take that same movement, but add it into our rolling cobra. For this one, you can also choose to tense your fingertips up so that only your fingertips are on the ground, or keep your hands flat on the ground, whatever feels most comfortable to you. So you're going to start with your chin tucked. You're going to slowly lift up into cobra, letting your head be the last to come up. And on the way back down, let the head stay there. See if you can roll down, letting your head be the last to come down. Inhale, tuck your chin to slowly roll up. Exhale, keep the head up as you slowly roll down. Keep your lower body on the ground. Inhale, tuck your chin. Slowly roll up. And exhale, let your body come all the way down to the ground. We'll do that one more time. Tuck your chin. Inhale on your way up. And exhale all the way back down. Good. Now we're plant the hands. You're going to push your hips up and back into child's pose. Deep exhale. Inhale forward into cobra. So now we're just increasing this motion. Exhale, child's pose. If you can't get right into cobra, that's okay. Listen to your body and just see where you can get with your inhale. Maybe you just stop about halfway if you can't stretch your hips all the way down. And then your exhale will send your hips right back toward your heels. Each time, see if you can increase your range of motion just a little bit more. And make sure you're syncing with your breath. Notice if you can breathe through your nose. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Try to stay nice and peaceful with your movements. Notice any aches or pains. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale forward. And exhale back into child's pose. Good. Now from here, this time when you inhale, bring your right foot with you and step it to the outside of your hand, or as close as you can. If you can't get there, your foot might be to the side. You can try to reach back and just help your foot come up as high as it'll go. With this lunge, you're going to lift your chest just like you were with Cobra, but now you have a leg joining you for a little extra stretch. Exhale, swing it back into child's pose. Circle the wrist at the bottom. You can shake your fingertips out, whatever movements you need to do. And then on your next inhale, come forward with your left leg. Again, notice if you need to give it a little bit of help. Lift your chest like a cobra. And on your exhale, back into child's pose. Take an extra breath here to let your hands shake out. Inhale, forward right leg. See if you're getting a little bit deeper this time. Exhale, back into child's pose. Shake out those fingers. Inhale, forward left leg. As the hips come down, think about tucking your tailbone, squeezing your glutes forward. And then exhale, back into child's pose. Good. This time we're going to add a slight twist to start stretching through the torso. Right leg forward. This time the right fingertips are going to twist up towards the sky. And then back down and back through child's pose. Take these movements slow. I want you to keep a dynamic movement going. So left foot forward twist. So take it slow, but don't hold these positions for too long. Just a few seconds. Because we will be getting to those static stretches in just a little bit here. We're just starting to dynamically stretch out your tissue. Just increase your range of motion here. And then we'll get to hold these for a little bit. And that'll feel really nice. Wherever you are, we're going to do one more on each side. Take your time flowing through with your breath. Notice if you are maybe increasing your heart rate a little bit with these movements, or if you're able to maintain that breath in and out of your nose. And we'll meet back in child's pose. You can shake your wrists out again. Circle your wrist, wiggle your fingers. And then sweep your arms all the way around your body. Turn your palms up and just rest here in Balasana, child's posture, as you let your shoulders relax too. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And then turn your head to the side so you can try to get a nice stretch down your neck. And then slowly turn your neck to the other side. And then we'll slowly rock back forward to all fours. One last movement in this position. You're going to try to balance on both of your hands and your left knee. Try to press everything down nice and stable. And then you're going to press your right foot up to the ceiling, keeping a 90-degree bend at your ankle and your knee. See how far you can press up, and then bring your knee out to the side. Keep yourself stable. Then try to bring that right knee up into your armpit. And then back forward into your chest, and back down. We're going to repeat on the opposite side. So get your right knee settled into the ground. Check your hands. Make sure they're stable. Press your left heel straight up to the sky. So keep your knee bent as high as you can. You should feel a strong engagement in that glute. And then start to bring that knee out to the side, externally rotating the hip. Make sure you're staying balanced. Slow and controlled here. Start to bring that left knee up towards the left armpit. And then slowly rotate through to your chest. And back down. We're going to go back to the right knee. This time we'll reverse direction. So take your time to reset. You're going to bring the right knee up into the chest as far as you can. And then out into the armpit. Feel your hip engage. Out to the side, start to feel your external rotator starting to engage, and then slowly rotate back to center with the sole of your foot punching straight up to the sky. And slowly come back down. We have one more on the left side, reversing direction. So now once your stance is stable, bring the left knee into your chest. Out to the side towards your armpit. Squeeze that hip joint. Slowly rotate out towards the side as much as you can without twisting your torso. Keep your belly button pulled in. And then all the way back up towards the sky, pushing the sole of your foot like you're stomping up. And then slowly back down. Great job. Let's go ahead and come onto our backs now. You're going to lay flat on your back. Hug your knees into your chest, and we're just going to rock side to side. Notice how your back can massage down into the ground. And then we're going to kick the left leg straight. Keep this leg active, so it's not just relaxed, externally rotated with the foot relaxed. Your toes are flexed, pointing up to the sky, and you're internally rotating your hips so that the leg and the quad stays active. Now the right knee stays into your chest. You're going to interlock your fingers underneath on that hamstring and make sure your head, neck, and shoulders stay relaxed. So if you can't grab onto your hamstring without lifting your shoulders off the ground, then this would be a great time to get a rope or a belt or a strap of some sort and wrap it around your hamstring so that you can hold on to the straps and relax your head, neck, and shoulder. Okay, so from here, once you get adjusted, we're going to inhale and kick your heel up to the sky as high as you can, and exhale, bend the knee back down. So I want you to keep your foot flexed so that you're actually reaching up through the heel, maybe getting a little extra calf stretch, and slowly bend back down. Follow your breath with each inhale. Try to kick up a little bit higher. And with each exhale, bend it back down just a little bit more. Slow and steady. See if you can maintain your breath in and out of your nose. Notice with each stretch, can you get a little bit further? We're going to try 3 more. 2. And 1. This time, hold the stretch. Straighten out your leg. If you can, you're going to interlock your fingers now around your calf. So you're going to pass your knee, maybe come behind the ankle. If you can't reach, then we're going to do that same thing by using a towel. You can wrap a towel around or just something where you can grab on to about your ankle, right underneath your calf muscle there. Think about your Achilles area. Okay? So from here, you're going to try to kick your leg down to the ground, but your hands are going to pull back, preventing your leg from going down. So you should feel the whole hamstring squeeze. You're developing tensions, push, 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 and then relax and see if you can pull a little bit closer. Notice if you gain a little bit more momentum. Once you get a little bit closer, keep stretching, stay relaxed. And then on your next exhale, I want you to kick back into your hands. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Push, 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 push as much as you can. 3, 2, 1, and relax. See if you can stretch a little bit further. Good. We'll try that one more time. Deep breath in. And exhale. Kick back, squeeze your glutes, your hamstrings. You're really trying to break through that band or the hands, whatever you're using. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Stretch all the way out. Feel that stretch down the hamstring. And then very slowly bend your knee into your chest. Try to pull your knee up into your armpit. And then stretch the leg back out. You're going to shake the legs out. We're going to repeat on the opposite side. We're going to first straighten out the right leg. Remember, that right leg is strong. You're engaging the quads. Your toes are pointing up towards the sky. You're going to interlock your fingers or use a strap underneath your hamstring so that your head, neck, and shoulders can relax on the ground. Okay, we are going to adjust here, and then we'll keep that knee pulling into the chest. Remember for this one to keep your feet flexed. Inhale, kick your heel up to the sky. Exhale, back down. You might notice this side is a little bit different. Inhale to kick up. Exhale, back down. Try to be mindful with your breathing. And again, each inhale, just see if you can lengthen a little bit longer. And make sure you're not holding your breath. So don't hold your breath just to try to stretch longer. I want you to think about smoothly transitioning your inhale to your exhale, and vice versa, smoothly transitioning your exhale to your inhale. Good. So start to feel that leg stretch out each time a little bit further. You'll also feel the front of your thigh, your quad, squeeze. So when you get to that full stretch, when you straighten out your leg, try to look at your quad and envision that entire muscle group squeezing and flexing as much as it can. And that will help to lengthen the opposite muscle group, your hamstring. So we'll do 3 more here. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And one more time. Okay. So now we're going to bring the hands up to the calf, Achilles, ankle area. And remember to use whatever you have around you, something that you can wrap around your ankle and to help you reach here. Okay, we're going to try pressing down. Kick your leg to the ground, but your arms are helping to keep your leg up, so you should start to feel your glutes and your hamstrings fire, and relax, stretch a little bit further. Good, really try to kick those hands down. Push, 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 squeeze the hamstring, and 3, 2, 1, and relax. See if you can get a little bit further, a little bit closer, trying to touch your toes over your head if you can. Good, really kick, 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 like you're trying to do a hamstring curl. You're trying to break through, and 3, 2, 1, relax. Stretch a little bit closer. We're going to do 1 more like that. Ready, and kick, 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 squeeze. Try to push your leg down to the ground. 3, 2, and 1. Full stretch. Pull that all the way in. And then very slowly bend your knee into your armpit. Feel that nice stretch. And then you'll shake the legs out. Straighten them out. Rock them side to side. Notice how you're feeling. Great work. We're going to go into a figure 4 stretch now. So we're going to start to transition to our static hold. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee into this figure 4. So think about if you were sitting in a chair and you were just crossing your ankle over your knee. First, you're just going to take your right hand and try to push out against your right thigh. So you're trying to externally rotate that thigh as you try to push out. The next option is to thread your arms through that space to grab onto your hamstring, just like we were before. And you can always use a strap to do this as well if you needed that. And notice when you do this, your right elbow might be right against your right thigh. So as you're pulling your left knee into your chest, try to press out with your right elbow. And you might notice that you can get a little bit more of a stretch deeper into the hip rather than just your hip extensors. So really take a deep breath, and we're just going to hold. Take a deep inhale. And with each exhale, see if you can get an extra inch closer. Deep breathing. Try to keep your mind focused on the body. We have 15 more seconds here, so you still use your exhales to get a little bit closer. And very slowly relax the legs down to the ground. Again, shake out your legs, circle them around. And then we'll plant the right foot on the ground, cross the left ankle over the right knee. And again, the first option might be just to press out against the thigh. Stretching out your hip, your thigh. Feel that stretch. Notice again, this side might feel a little bit different. And then you're going to pull your right knee up into your chest, reach through, or use a strap to interlock or wrap around your right hamstring. And notice that your left elbow is now maybe close to making contact with your thigh. So now you're going to pull your knee, your right knee, into your chest as far as you can, and then press your left elbow out against the thigh as much as you can. And we're going to take some deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale to get a little bit closer. Deep inhale and exhale. Still trying to gain an extra centimeter with each exhale, a little bit closer. Remember to keep your head, neck, and shoulders relaxed on the ground. If you feel like you can't do that, then that's a great way to grab a towel or something to use instead of your hands wrapping around. Try to maintain your breath, breathing in and out of your nose. And we have about 10 seconds, so keep holding. See if you can reach greater depths here. And on your next exhale, very slowly release all the way back down. Stretch out your legs, shake them out a little bit. Now you're going to pull your right knee back into your chest and then across your body. Use your left hand to pull your right knee to the ground. And then your right arm is going to reach out long to the right. Turn and look towards that right hand. You're working on trying to get both of your shoulders flat on the ground. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Feel your chest and your shoulders start to open up. Maybe you feel a little bit in your hip or even through your torso, depending on how tight you are or how well you can get deep into this position. You want to push yourself to greater depths, but not to the expense of losing your breath or increasing your tension. Deep breath in and deep breath out. On your next exhale, you're going to very slowly just circle your leg back around onto your back, shake it out a little bit, and then we're going to bring the left knee into your chest and use your right hand to pull your left knee across your body down to the ground, and then reach your left fingertips out long. Turn and look to the left. Again, you're working on pulling that left knee to the ground and then pulling both of your shoulders to be flat against the ground. Notice how this side might feel a little bit different, and just try to breathe into the asymmetries. Take a deep inhale and exhale, breathing through your nose. Stretch it out. Try to be nice and relaxed here, especially if you are getting back to a busy day of work or being sedentary. You want to give your body and your posture this time to reset. Deep breathing. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take one more inhale, and on your next exhale, very slowly start to release. Come back onto your back, plant your feet on the ground, and really try to push your back down into the ground, pushing your belly button in. Good. You're going to hug your knees into your chest. You can do this holding onto your knees with your hands on the ground or with your hands in the air. So your choice. You're going to start rocking forward and back and see if you can eventually come to balance on your sit bones without touching your feet to the ground, without rounding through the spine. Shoulders back, chest up, breathe, feel the core. And then slowly cross your ankles and see if you can roll over to plant your hands and come to all fours. Or just come to all fours however you need to. Doesn't have to be fancy. Okay, from here, your right fingertips are going to turn out to the side, and then start crawling your fingertips out and away from your body. And notice how your shoulder and your chest start to come down to the ground. Your left hand is then going to push down and try to flip your body over, getting that nice stretch in the chest and the shoulder. Deep breathing, and maybe you sort of move that right hand around to get deeper into that stretch. However you feel, find that spot that really feels good to stretch, and we're going to hold for 3 deep breaths. 1. 2. 3. Slowly start to walk your fingertips back to all fours. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. One more time. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. And slowly come back to all fours. The left fingertips turn out to the side. You're going to walk those fingertips out. Slowly let that chest come down to the ground. Let that shoulder stretch out. Your right hand is going to push into the ground to try to flip your body over. Stretching out your chest and your shoulder. Notice where you're feeling the most stretch. See if you can find that spot that's really talking to you. And we're holding for 3 deep breaths. 1. 2. 3. When you finish that 3rd breath, you can slowly walk the fingertips all the way back up to all fours, and we'll take 2 cat-cows. Inhale to look forward. Exhale to round through your spine. Inhale to look forward one more time. Exhale to round. And this time you'll walk your fingertips forward. Inhale, let the hips drop down to the ground. Lift your chest, pull your shoulders away from your ears. And then exhale, push your hips back to child's pose. Inhale, rock forward to all fours. You're going to bring your knees together and the feet as wide as you can. And then try to push your hips back again as far as you can. Inhale forward, opposite position. Now the knees come out wide and the big toes come together. And you're going to push your hips back towards your heels again. See how deep you can push back. And slowly come back forward. We're just going to swing the legs around to the side and spin to lay all the way flat onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. And then we're going to just lay straight on your back. Bring your left hand to your chest and your right hand to just below your rib cage. And breathing is also such an important part of your recovery to help reset your mind and your body, to enhance your productive and creative thinking skills, and to just induce more of a relaxed state to allow your sore and tight muscles or tension to release and recover. So as you inhale, I want you to think about expanding your torso in all 4 directions, all around 360 degrees. And exhale all the way out. Now try to breathe in and out of your nose only. We're going to practice inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, and halfway through, close your mouth and finish through the nose. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Halfway through, close your mouth and finish through your nose. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Halfway through, close your mouth and finish through your nose. Now let's try to just do that through the nose only. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. See if you can find that same feeling in your throat as you did before. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your nose. And then inhale to reach your arms overhead. Lock your thumbs together so you can really pull your body apart and stretch. And on your exhale, pull your belly button in as you sit all the way up and reach for your toes. Try to pull your chest closer down to your knees. Deep stretch. And then slowly sit all the way up. We're going to bring the soles of your feet together with your knees out wide. Use your thumbs to peel the soles of your feet open as you inhale to sit up, and then exhale to tuck your chin. Feel a nice stretch down your neck. Notice any pain or tightness or sensations that you felt today, and see if by doing these recovery, stretch, and self-massage videos more often, you start to feel better. If you start to feel like you can move more efficiently. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to us at any time. We'd be happy to help you set up your at-home workout routine to keep your mind and your body in sync and more productive through the day. I'm Skylar. Thanks for stretching with us today, and we will see you next time. Great work.